Forza 4's demo on the Xbox 360 being reviewed by High Climax Gaming. So, let's get into the game. The game has been developed by Turn 10 Studios, and they promise it to be one of the most gorgeous games it's going to have in a while. So I'm really looking forward to playing this demo, as I guess you are looking forward to seeing it. I will talk as much as I can through the demo. Well, I'm going to pick this Subaru for now, because I like Subarus. I'll keep it nice and blue. Well, the free look system is... Well, this is as close as I can get to autovista at the moment, because they haven't actually released a cover for it. But this is what I reckon it's going to be like, sort of see the car from multiple angles, get Jeremy Clarkson's voice in the background, what I can see being quite funny. But there we go. Well, that's amazing, I think. The graphics on it is lovely. The amount of shine you get off the cars, the attention to detail is absolutely... I can't describe it. It's the amount, like, how the light bends off each little part and how different areas shine in different ways. Since it's only a demo, I'm quite impressed by this. So, let's get into the gameplay. One thing I really do love about this gameplay is how they're sort of combining it with different other aspects of gameplay. So, they're bringing in real world situations. So, say if you crash on the simulation mode with the destruction of your car, you can break axles, throw your axles out, break your gearbox, cars start drifting to the left, what I think is quite an interesting idea, to say the least. Another thing what I've noticed about this game is just how well the graphics look from like around the outside. So on this map, as you can see, it just looks absolutely gorgeous. You can tell they've took a lot of time and detail into it, and the cars itself just looks very nice, and just in general. Well, I race some in-car view normally, but for now I will just be scanning between both so you can get a view of the vehicles. Okay, now off. The racing on this is very simple, it's very sensitive though, and looking on the menu I haven't found enough on what suggests you can turn the sensitivity down. Yeah, well, this is one of the first Forzas I've played, admittedly. I've never been a racing car game driver sort of thing in the past, but this game has done something for me where I think it's just the attention to detail in the background and the graphics what has sort of led me to want to play this game more than anything. Well, definitely. I think the controls in this game are amazing. I don't know, I think this is a new feature they've added in, what is a rewind feature. So if you have a crash, like I'm now about to, you can just rewind the situation, so you can replay it and fix the situation. Well, I think it's a bit silly, because when you're online you won't be able to do that, so... And I know a lot of well, when you've got a game like this, you do want to play it online. It's sort of one of the key aspects of the game. Especially since they're focusing very much on their online play this time around. Yes, you'll have a single player career and a split screen, definitely, but the online is going to be 100 times better this year around, I think. Because they're developing the idea of car ownership clubs. What I think is a genius idea, just for the pure reason, say if you have a love of Ford Mustangs or Hummers, you can join like-minded people like yourself who love the cars and build them and build up an owner club of them. Well, it's going to be a great idea just because it gets people who you wouldn't normally speak to, and you get new friends over your consoles. Me, I'm an Xbox 360 person, so you'll get a lot more people come up on your game attack. But it's always quite fun. Yeah, another thing what I think is quite interesting is just how much graphic detail they have on the game itself. it is very much just heaven when you look at it. Such as the in front up here. Oh yeah, and this is another thing, you can look into the corners before you turn. And they're also doing this with the connect feature, so you can just turn your head and look into the corner. Well, it's going to be quite interesting, but I don't know how it's going to respond to the connect system. So I'm quite scared in case it gets sort of too much like Connect Drive, or just turn into a bit of like a Mario Kart situation without a controller, and that, in my eyes, could ruin this game. But they're also bringing out Microsoft controllers, since this is Microsoft Studios production series sort of thing. Controller, what is aimed for this game, where you can make the driving experience more realistic, and if you have the connect feature with that, it'll just feel like driving the cars in real life. Well, I think it's going to be quite interesting advantage to this game. Oh, I've just got to show you the graphics on this just quickly. Get a handbrake on. Look at the buildings. It's just the amount of detail you get in this game is absolutely insane. So I'm going to quickly pull off before I get overtaken. Don't want to lose space in the game and all that. I could get overtaken on me. Ooh, caught me. Oh well, there's only a few. Yeah, but it's just like the amount of detail what you get in the game. It's very nice. You get skid marks on the tracks. You get the full lot, and it just feels so natural in the game. What I find is quite a different, feeling to what you normally would get in a racer. It doesn't feel forced. What I think is quite interesting. I just really can't wait for this game to come out later. 11th of October, the release date for this one is. If you're in North America, that's 11th of October. If you're in Japan, you get it on the 20th, if you understand me. And in Europe, we get it on the 14th. I really can't wait for this game to come out, so I think it's going to be a breathtaking game with new high-tech graphics. One of my favourite things is just the noise of the engines, because they record them from the actual cars themselves to make them more realistic. I think the amount of detail they're putting onto this game is going to be absolutely amazing, and I hope for myself that this game doesn't end up getting the hype of what some games do and end up being a massive flop. But what I've played of it, I think it's amazing. For my rating, I'll have to give it a 7 out of 10, just because it's a demo, and I don't know what the rest of the game is going to be like. So once the game comes out, I'll be able to give it a full review, and I will boost up my rating system if I think the game is worthy of it being up there. So I guess this is bye for now, and I hope you enjoyed the review. This is High Climax Gaming saying farewell.